Hi there, this is Thomas Brett for the Pro Audiophiles and thomasbrettmixing.com. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the new BB29 microphone by JZ Microphones. Let's dive right in.
Signature sound, intimate presence, and the ability to sit at the front of your mix like no other microphone. This is the new BB29.
The BB29 is a large diaphragm condenser microphone handcrafted in Latvia. The primary feature that stands out on the BB29 is the golden drop technology, which is used for the microphone's membrane. By utilizing a lighter and thinner design for the capsule, the BB29 allows you to capture more clarity and more presence without getting harsh or distorting. Through the combination of the golden drop capsule and a carefully designed transformer coupled output, the BB29 captures sound in a way that allows it to sit right at the front of any mix with total ease. While the BB29 is a fairly simple design and doesn't really come with a lot of bells or whistles like a low cut, polarity switch, or switchable polar patterns, the area in which this microphone really shines is the sound, which is what's most important anyway. Instead of rambling on about the technical specs of the microphone, I think it's a better idea if we dive straight into some great sound examples, starting with an acoustic guitar and then moving on to a vocal. Let's dive in and take a listen to what the microphone sounds like. Cool, so to start off, we're going to try out the BB29 on acoustic guitar. For this, I've asked my brother, Matthew Brett, who's a great session guitarist, to come and help me out in the studio. Cool, so to start out, we've placed the BB29 right where the neck of the guitar meets the body of the guitar, somewhere around the 12th or 14th fret. This is a really great starting point when recording acoustic guitar, as it allows you to record a really balanced sound with a good amount of bass and a good amount of treble. Awesome, so recording acoustic guitar is actually really basic. If you want a closer sound, you can simply bring the microphone closer to the guitar. Currently, we're around 8 inches away from the fretboard. Let's quickly experiment with moving the microphone slightly forwards and back a bit and see what kind of differences we hear in the tone. Awesome. So generally speaking, the 8-inch distance works really well for recording a really well-balanced acoustic guitar sound. As you heard a second ago, as the microphone gets closer to the fretboard, we get a more mid-rangey, more upfront and present sound with less room, and as the microphone moves further back from the guitar, we get a bit more room sound and a bit more of a kind of natural sounding guitar sound. So another important thing that we can experiment with when miking up an acoustic guitar is the angle of the microphone. Simply put, when you're in a kind of parallel horizontal angle to the fretboard, you're going to get the most balanced sound. If we angle the microphone further towards the picking hand, we're going to pick up more of the pick sound and treble. Cool. As you probably just heard, as we angled the microphone closer towards the picking hand, we also kind of got closer to the sound hole. So while the angle is giving us more treble, the fact that we're right in front of the sound hole means that we're also picking up a lot of boomy bass. The best solution here is to try and stay around the 12th fret and simply angle the microphone so it's aiming at the picking fingers. so which of these sounds you prefer is totally up to you and dependent on the genre of song that you're working on. Since the BB29 is already a pretty bright microphone to begin with, in this case I think we can get away with just pointing at the 12th fret. Awesome. Let's move on to our next examples.
We only said goodbye with words I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black.
Okay, for this next example, we're going to be testing out the BB29 on a female vocal. So I've asked my wife, Gülşah, to lend us a hand. Let's see what it sounds like.
I'm walking away for the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, yeah, oh, to find a better day. I'm walking away.
Awesome. So due to the bright and kind of pre-EQ'd nature of the BB29, it sounds really great on vocals from the get-go, without the need for a lot of additional processing later on in the mixing stage. So as we did with the acoustic guitar recording section in this video, let's take a look at some tips and tricks for recording vocals. When recording vocals, there are three main things that you want to pay attention to. First of all, the height of the microphone. So typically, when you're recording a vocalist, you want to try and adjust the microphone stand so that the microphone's capsule is parallel and directly opposite to their mouth. This way, you're capturing as much treble as possible and will get the clearest sound. If the microphone is too high up, you'll end up with a kind of nasal sound as it's too close to the singer's nose. On the other hand, if the microphone is too low down, you'll miss out on some of the vocalist's treble and might end up with a kind of dark sounding vocal. The next thing we need to pay attention to is the angle of the microphone. Typically, you want to aim the microphone directly at the singer's mouth. In cases where you have a really sibilant or plosive vocalist, you might want to experiment with angling the microphone slightly off axis at maybe around 45 degrees, so that the sibilants and plosives are kind of bypassing the microphone entirely. So while we typically don't want to mess around a lot with the angle or height of the microphone, and can just place it straight in front of them, one thing that you'll definitely want to experiment with when recording vocalists is the distance of the vocalist to the capsule. Simply put, the closer your singer's mouth is to the microphone, the more bass you're going to capture, due to the proximity effect. Let's experiment a bit with Gülşah's distance from the microphone and see what happens when she moves forwards and backwards. First off, let's listen to our vocals again in this current position, as this is kind of like our optimal position.
I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, yeah, oh, to find a better day. I'm walking away.
Awesome. Next, let's see what happens to the tone of Gülşah's voice when she moves closer to the microphone.
I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, hey, yeah, oh, to find a better day. I'm walking away.
Cool. Next, let's see what happens if she moves back from the microphone.
I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, hey, yeah, oh, to find a better day. I'm walking away.
Generally speaking, when recording most vocalists, we're going to want to stick to the first position.
I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, hey, yeah, oh, to find a better day. I'm walking away.
A really good rule of thumb for determining how far away the singer should stand from the microphone capsule is 8 inches, or the width of one hand from your pinky to your thumb. Another way that you can help singers find the right distance between their mouth and the microphone capsule is with 2 fists. One fist between their mouth and the pop filter, and another fist between the filter and the microphone. This is pretty much equal to the 8 inches method I showed you a second ago. Let's take one final listen to Gülşah's voice in this optimal position.
I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, hey, yeah, to find a better day. I'm walking away.
Awesome. So overall, I think it's a fantastic microphone that really delivers a clear, upfront and punchy sound without sounding at all harsh, and it will work really well in the mix without the need for going crazy with EQ. For more information on the BB29 or other JZ Microphones products, make sure to check out their website or the links in the description below. This has been Thomas Brett for the Pro Audio Files and thomasbrettmixing.com. Hoping to see you again soon in another video. Cheers.